Saw the money and got activated. Saw the money and got activated. Saw that money and got activated. I saw that money and got activated. Canada Goose. Keep me wearing my cold city. I got a pole with me. Glock on 450.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we continue on the whole hard body deal. We actually just got back from picking up another axle, which we're basically just stealing the third member out of. And yeah, we literally loaded that thing up in the BMW, this whole axle. And the guys, it was funny. The guys at the junkyard were like, "You're not putting this axle in that BMW out there, are you?" And we're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Do you think that's really gonna fit?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it'll fit." "Are you sure?" They're like so cringing, like, by the fact that I was shoving a truck axle in the back of this car. And like once we loaded up in there, like, "Wow, we're surprised how roomy that thing is." And I was like, "Dude, I've had so much stuff inside this car. I've literally had a second gen core support with the radiator and intercooler all attached to it and everything in the back of this car." They were like so shocked that I was like willing to shove that thing inside the back of my car, but I don't give a crap. So the sad part is I literally own two trucks, and I don't think I've actually used either of my trucks to go pick up parts ever. Like, I've used this truck to like haul stuff before and like go like haul gravel and sand and all that stuff, but I've never actually used this to pick up parts before, I don't think. So it's pretty sad if you think about it. I've literally used the BMW for all of my parts runs. Yikes. But not to talk you guys' ear off. So we are going to weld the frame, weld the diff, swap the diff out. We have to fix the bed. The bed mount broke. We have to get new plug wires because I broke one. We picked up a valve cover gasket, and we have to tighten up fuel line clamps and then make sure that the battery's charging. We were having like a weird charging issue. We have to do all of this before tomorrow night. Today is Friday at 9:05 p.m. We have not started yet. And then I have work tomorrow morning at like 6 or 7, and then we have to drive this thing to Dayton, which if you're not from Ohio, that's about I think it's an hour and a half or 2 hour drive, I'm not sure. But there's supposed to be this thing called the Dayton Street Takeover, where like they do it every other weekend, and it's like 150 plus cars just go out on the streets of Dayton and they drift and they do all this rowdy stuff and they take over the city of Dayton. And I've never been to something like that. I don't know if I'll participate, but I'm definitely going to watch, and we got to drive the hard body there. So we have a lot of work to do. We picked up our solid wire. I just got a small spool to make sure everything works fine for now. And then we did get a tank, which is a small tank. There's a story behind that, but I'm not going to get into that. And yeah, we did set up the welder for flux core, and it works really good with flux core, but obviously MIG is 10 times better. This will be my first time setting up a MIG welder, and this will be the first time MIG welding in a while. So we're going to set it up and practice a couple times before we start actually welding on the truck. And yeah, we got a lot of work ahead of us, especially to be done for tomorrow. And I'm already like really exhausted because I got up at like 5 a.m. this morning. So hopefully I can push through this. Hopefully we can get some progress done tonight. And yeah, so stay tuned, guys. I have a big smile on my face right now because this is the first time I've gotten to use my MIG welder that I bought a long time ago. And this is like my first pass of like just testing out the welder. I had to adjust the pressures and stuff like that. But I mean, that's really good for like literally the first pass with a MIG welder, not even like set up completely right yet, because I won't know how to set it up until I use the thing. But that I am pleased with. And all I have to say is with that thing around, we're going to be doing some wicked stuff, because a welder has really been kind of setting a lot of boundaries for me as far as what I can do, because the flux welder just is not realistic for like any fabrication stuff. So now that we've got this thing and it seems to be running good, we're going to be, y'all, you just wait. So I don't want to talk too much because this video is probably going to be long regardless. I want to hurry up and get this thing jacked up in the air and start getting this frame taken care of. Okay, this is a 3/8 dual impact. This axle sat for 5 years in a truck. These bolts have not been touched, have not broken loose, nothing. Let's see if this thing will rip them off. I swear guys, this thing is a beast. I mean, could you ask for anything better? Honestly. Alright guys, that's finished. Doesn't need to look real pretty. Already got the new diff in. Got everything tidied up. We just had to put fluid in it. We fixed the exhaust. Alright guys, we got the hard body up and running. We got the diff in. We fixed the exhaust, fixed everything basically. It drives so much better than it used to. I didn't really film all of that just because like we've done it a million times, but we are on our way to this this Dayton takeover event. We got Trey up there and his Miata, and yeah, I'll catch up with you guys. So we made it out here, and this place is crazy. There's cars everywhere, literally like some straight out of like Fast and Furious type stuff. They got Miatas parked under trailers. They got everything. And someone said the cops are coming, so they're all like being sarcastic and parking their cars one spot away from each other. So that's pretty funny. But oh shit! Quick jump in time. The cops showed up already, and the hard body has been doing this thing where it just doesn't start. It doesn't crank or anything, it just clicks. And it has a brand new starter. So me and Trey were literally sitting here trying to get the hard body started, and the cops are like, everyone's leaving. We were the last ones to leave. We ended up having to jump. We had to push start the hard body. So I guess I know what we'll be doing tomorrow. That's trying to figure out why this thing doesn't start. I'm assuming the starter's like cooked or something, I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting. We're going to our second spot now. So. Okay, so we literally didn't even make it into the lot at the second spot, and the cops already showed up. So on to the third spot we go.
go get my spot back. Fuck this. Oh, he's coming back now.
He's just parking. He's waiting for somebody to do something stupid, I think.
I don't give a fuck.
And to the 4th spot. We'll see if this one. Oh, maybe we'll do some donuts at this one. I don't know. We'll see. Well, update. We went out and did some skids in the hard body, and then like we got all the way back here to park it, and I noticed there was smoke coming out from under the hood. I looked at the what the fuck? I looked at the temp gauge. It was literally pegged at hot. I was like, oh fuck. So we parked it. I just figured it just got hot, which the hard body never gets hot. Like I've hooned this thing hard and it's never gotten even remotely hot. So I guess I kind of knew there was something wrong in my head, but like I was just hoping it would go away. You know how like you just like hope things fix themselves? Well, we tried to pull out here and it overheated before we even got out. And it turns out the freaking alternator belt and the water pump belt and the fan shroud belt popped off. I don't know if you can see it. Right there it is. So literally we need like 2 tools to loosen the tensioner and put it on. And we don't have any tools. I always bring tools. Always bring tools. Not this time, apparently. So hopefully it sounds like there's a local guy. He's got a drift car, like a 240. And sounds like he's gonna bring us some tools so we can get this thing driving again. But yeah, lesson learned for sure. And Trey's car is usually unreliable, and it's reliable right now.
Haven't drifted it yet though.
Haven't drifted it yet though. But
Not
that's gonna change though as soon as we put this belt on.
Yeah, we haven't drifted it tonight.
Yeah. All right, I got the hard body back on the road. What's his name, Trey?
Kyle.
Kyle. My man Kyle came in clutch. So clutch.
Yeah.
So clutch, like the most clutch.
He doesn't even know us, and we told him we was gonna give him money, and he didn't even take the money.
Yeah, like that's like a good person. Literally, he could have just went home, went to bed, and like would not gave a fuck about anything we were doing. So
well, he probably knows the struggle. He's probably been there.
Yeah, I'm sure. Especially these junky Nissans. But well, I think we're gonna hit the road now. I don't know. Are we gonna go down there and see if we see anything, or
We can.
are you gonna do some skids real quick? I can film it.
I guess.
All right, I'll pull over there.
I'll probably go there.
Up here? You going up here?
Yeah, I'll probably go there.
Well, as you can tell, it is pouring down rain. We got the hard body back to the shop. This thing has been testing my patience to no end. It's ridiculous. But with that being said, guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. I know you can hardly hear me right now.